Hello, my name is Jennifer Skurhawk, and I will be your instructor for Math 1314 plus 0214. So most importantly to understand is both of these classes, while one is a 3 hour and one is a 2 hour, I do group all the material together into one class. That way you're not trying to sort through two Canvas courses. So I will not publish the 0214 course. You will only have to worry about checking this. And I just want to do a quick little video to kind of go over, the structure of the class, what to expect, where to find things, etc. And so if we look here for homepage for your course, that will bring you into when I open it, when the spring semester starts. So you've got some links up here. You can go look at your course schedule. You can get some tech support. You can have ask some questions, and I'll respond to you. Um, there's my contact information as well as my student hours if you want to come see me on campus or schedule a meeting with me via Zoom. And then we will go here. It says, watch this video. That's this video I'm currently making. And then you'll click here and it'll take you over to your orientation model. So I'm not going to read through every single page with you. I'm just going to kind of show you where you need to begin everything. So for your orientation model, it'll go over, there's another link to the structure of the navigation video, a little bit about me, what to expect, your grade breakdown, um, how to access your textbook material, your course schedule, and some additional tips for success. What do you need to do with an online course, etc. So a couple things I want to touch on. A lot of this is in your syllabus, which you can access right up here at the top left underneath the home button for Canvas. I just kind of to pull some of those important information out of the syllabus. Here's your course breakdown. So as far as how the course is structured, your assignments will be completed in my math lab with the exception of your work uploads to support each of your 4 exams and final exam. And your grade will be available in my math lab. There is a module, which I'll show you in just a minute. Your homework's 11% of your grade. Your quizzes are 13%. You have 4 exams. Each is 14% each. And then you have a final exam worth 20%. Okay. As far as structure, so I'm going to go back. So breakdown. Let's see. We will go with structure. That's your video I'm fixing to upload here. And you can just click next through all of this and read through each page individually. My computer's in the way. I can't see the next button. And over the course breakdown. Material, you have access to this via my math lab. You do not need to go buy one. I'll show you where it is if you want to look at it. Here's a screenshot of the calculator I recommend you have. If you have like a graphing calculator like a TI-84, that's perfectly fine, but I recommend this calculator at minimum for use in this class. I can't see my next button. All right, so here's kind of the structure of the class. So for each section, you're gonna have a homework assignment, which you can access in my math lab, which I abbreviate MML for short. And you have unlimited tries before it is due. You have every few sections, you have a quiz, it does show you in the schedule when to expect a quiz each time. And you have 2 tries on that. The higher of the 2 grades will be used also in my math lab. There are 4 exams. You also have 2 tries for each of those exams. Just be sure right in here, it does say, make sure you upload your work within 15 minutes of finishing your exam or final exam. And as far as uploading work, that can be handwritten photos. It can be written on an iPad and then uploaded as a PDF, whatever works best for you to upload. But be sure your work is neat, organized, meaning I can tell what work is associated with which question number, and it is uploaded within 15 minutes of finishing that test. So failure to upload within the required time, not show sufficient work, or not upload at all will result in the corresponding test or exam grade, final exam, being reduced by half or 50%. So just make sure you do get your work uploaded. And when we get to that first week where we have our first test, I'll send out a reminder for all of that. And so here's your schedule that you can go by to see what we're covering each week. So I do try to start a little bit slow, just one section week 1, just to give yourself time to get familiar with the course and everything. And so you can see everything's built in as far as what sections are covered each week, when you have a quiz and what sections those quizzes are over, all the way down. Spring break is built into there. Further on down, week 16, the all work is due on Sundays at 11:59 p.m. With the exception of that last week, it is due Friday at 11:59 to allow me time to get grades finalized and submitted before due dates. So you can click through the rest of that orientation. Over here in the menu bar, the left menu bar, you can see the home will take you back to that home page that we started on. Course syllabus will link you to your syllabi so you can read through it. The modules, which I'm going to click on in just a second, that's where everything's going to be organized by week. The math tutoring, that will take you over to the math tutoring website so you can see what the tutoring lab hours are if you do want to come on campus to get some extra help from a tutor. The assignments, that is where you will upload all of your work for your exams and your final exam. But right now I'm going to click on the modules page. So there's some resources for online courses. There's a Q&A, that's just like a general, you need some general help with navigating whatnot. My math labs, this is where you're going to access all of your homework, all of your quizzes, and your exams. So you can go, it doesn't really matter which link you click on. The home will take you to the home page and then you can navigate from there. If you're one of those that prefer to view all of your assignments, you can go and click all. They are in chronological order. Your My Math Lab grade book is where you will be able to see your grade for the class. As far as My Math Lab, when you create your My Math Lab account, the first time you click on it, be sure that your pop-up blockers are disabled. If you do not disable your pop-up blockers, you will not be able to open My Math Lab. If you're unsure how to do it, just whatever web browser you're using, just search it real quick, how to disable pop-up blockers. And it can be done just like that. It just takes a few seconds. But be sure you do disable it or you will not be able to open anything. And then further down here, you've got that e-text. So that's your online textbook if you do want to look at it to get a little bit of a different perspective of what we're covering each section. All right, I'm going to minimize that one. There's your orientation module that we just went through. There's some resources that just links you back to the assignments, that links you back to the schedule, just in case you forget where it is. And then everything here is going to be organized by week. So here's what you've got to accomplish for week one. So I do an introduction discussion board. And each week I also do discussions, but as far as the discussions, it's not really math related. It's not part of your grade. The purpose of these discussions is for you to get to know and get an opportunity to interact with your classmates, especially because this is digital. You know, we don't have that face-to-face conversation. So I try to give you all a place each week to have a little fun, you know, talk amongst each other. And it's random questions, you know, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite food? If you had to eat one thing the rest of your life, what would it be? And, you know, just have a little bit of fun with it. And my discussion boards are for you and your classmates only. I do read through all of them, but I don't comment on them. I leave it all for you to interact with each other. If I do see something you're struggling with, maybe the workload, you're struggling where to find something, I will send you a private message unless you've posted anonymously, and then I can't send you that private message. But I do read through it, but it is a place for you and your classmates to interact with one another. Um, but as far as how the weeks are structured, it's the same thing each time. You get the week one overview, which shows you what you need to accomplish for the week. The notes and video page, which is the videos for each set of notes, as well as the blank copy if you would like to download to follow along, or the completed copy, which if you would like to download and read over, you can. And then there's a wrap-up page, which shows you what you should have accomplished for the week. And it's repeated every single week through the class. So, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via email or Canvas message or general discussion board and let me know what I can help you with. I look forward to working with you this semester.